In the deepest pits of the decayed kingdom, where the air itself festers with disease and the sun dares not shine, Count Verons, Lord of the Flies, rules from his throne of bone and filth. He is not a man, nor a beast, but a wretched horror, a monarch of decay, worshipped by the swarming legions that feed upon the dying. His presence is marked by an unrelenting drone, the endless hum of wings that choke the air, a black storm of ceaseless hunger. He is not merely their master, he is their god, a living embodiment of pestilence, his influence stretching wherever rot dares to spread. Count Verons is a grotesque fusion of noble regality and putrid horror. His form is tall and draped in moth-eaten royal garments, soaked in filth and crawling with larval life. His flesh, where visible, is a patchwork of necrotic tissue, shifting and splitting to reveal cavities writhing with swarming maggots. His hands, long skeletal fingers tipped with cracked yellowed nails, seep with a blackened ichor that rots whatever it touches. But it is his face that haunts all who dare to look upon him. What was once the visage of a noble lord has decayed into a mask of horror, his skin stretched too thin, his lips curled into a deathly grin, revealing rows of jagged, broken teeth. His eyes, empty sockets teeming with squirming larvae, do not see in the way mortals do. They perceive only decay, weakness, and the inevitable collapse of all things. And above all, his crown remains a corroded, rusted relic, fused to his skull by time and filth. A monarch of ruin, an undying lord of infestation. Count Verons' domain is known as the Rotting Vale, a land where nothing grows and nothing dies quickly. Here the ground is slick with decay, a living mire of decomposing flesh and endless swarms of bloated flies. The air is thick with the scent of sweet, putrid corruption, a perfume of death that suffocates the lungs and poisons the mind. Once, long ago, the Rotting Vale was a thriving kingdom, filled with life and light. But Verons' curse changed everything. The crops turned to blackened husks, the rivers thickened into streams of stagnant filth, and the people, his people, became nothing but hollow, rotting husks, their flesh eternally feasted upon yet never truly consumed. Now, their tormented moans blend with the endless buzzing of wings, a symphony of suffering that never ceases. At the heart of this festering wasteland stands the Hive Keep, a crumbling fortress where the Count resides. The walls pulse with living nest of insects, their bodies writhing in place of stone. Within its halls, the remains of a once great court kneel in eternal servitude, their bodies reduced to twitching, half-consumed puppets, bound forever to their lord's will. Count Verons does not conquer with steel. He does not march with armies. His power is a sickness, a creeping death that spreads with every beat of a fly's wing. His voice, a whisper like the rustling of a million crawling legs, carries promises of power, of eternal dominion over the weak. And those who listen too long, who allow his whispers to fester in their minds, find themselves rotting from within, their flesh becoming the soil from which new swarms are born. Wherever his curse spreads, kingdoms collapse, civilizations wither, and empires become breeding grounds for the endless swarm.